E-mountain bikes are changing. You don't have to look too far back to see designs that look pretty clunky with motors and batteries literally chucked onto a normal mountain bike. But now we're seeing ground up designs that look much more integrated. The driving force, literally, behind that are smaller, more compact motor systems like this Shimano Steps E8000. So first it's off to Doddy in the workshop to give you the full tech lowdown on this Shimano system, then it's back to me on the trail. I'm going to give it a ride and tell you what I think.
This is the Mondraker E-Crusher. It's a 150mm travel, full carbon fibre off-road bike running the Shimano Steps E8000 system. So the first thing you might notice about this is the size of the actual unit. Now it's quite small compared to some of the other systems we've seen on the market, and there's two main advantages to that. The first is obviously you can make the chainstays of the bike a lot shorter, so the bike feels a lot more like the bikes we're used to riding without electric assistance. And the second one is the fact the Q factor, and that's the distance between the pedals, can be reduced, so it feels much more like a normal bike to pedal. So with the Shimano electric system, you get two different crank options. You get the Holotech system, which we've seen with Shimano for years, and there's a slightly more robust, fully solid unit. There's also two different chainring options, a 34 and a 38. Which, although it might be more than you'd normally run on your existing trail bike, you've got to bear in mind you've got that electric assistance, so you can maximise on all of that stuff. Now interestingly, there's also an optional chain guide, which is pretty suggestive of what Shimano think people are going to be doing with this.
So this Shimano system has got three different levels of pedal assist. You've got Eco, Trail and then Boost. And to be honest, in the past, any e-bike I've ridden, I've just stuck it in the highest power and gone and hit the trails. But actually I've found on this system, Trail is really good. So it's got a progressive output. If you just spin gently, it doesn't give you much power, but if you start pushing hard, it will give you enough power to get up the really steepest of the hills. But Boost is all about riot mode for me. Boost setting is so much fun. You don't even really need big long sections of trail. I find little trial things are fun, popping wheelies, trying to hit banks, go up them, turn around and come back down. That is brilliant for it. Eco mode is probably just to be saved for getting you home when you start running low on battery, or maybe when you're riding with people that don't have e-bikes. This bike also has the benefit of having the electronic Di2 Shimano gears, so bit of a luxury, but also I find it works really well with e-bikes. There's often situations where you want to get through the gears really quickly, so I can just leave my thumb on there and it'll bang up or down the cassette as I need it. On the left hand side of the bar, I've got the mirror image of that shifter, and that actually works the pedal assist mode, so dead easy just to flick through the three. And I've found that I'm using that on the trail a lot more than I thought I probably would.
One of the advantages of any e-bike system is being able to winch yourself up pretty much anything you dare climb. And with 70 Nm of torque, the Shimano system is going to climb anything you dare point it up. And just to put it into perspective, what that 70 Nm feels like is significantly more than any of those twist and go scooters you'll see around town. Or, if you want to look at it another way, about the same as a 1986 Datsun Sunny.
So it's climbing where you really notice the biggest difference on an e-bike to a normal bike. Obviously you've got all that extra power. It really just feels like you've got a set of legs from an Olympic track sprinter. This bike has got a really grippy big tyre on the rear, so actually I'm not spinning it up much at all. Just wanted to wheelie a little bit, so you've got to really try and keep your weight on that front tyre.
Powering the Shimano system is a 504 watt battery. Now it's available in two styles. There's fully integrated like the one seen on this bike, or a more conventional one that just sits on top of the top tube or in a bracket. Now the beauty of having this one fully integrated into the downtube here is the fact that it's completely hidden, waterproof and protected. You never actually need to take this off the bike for cleaning because of this, but access is easy if you do need to get to it. As of all e-bikes, you know, you've got to keep these things charged. The charge ports on this one is located on the downtube here directly into the battery. Now it will reach 80% charge within 2 hours, which is pretty amazing, and it'll do 100% within 5 hours, and the actual battery itself will last 100,000 cycles.
So it's on the flatter sections of trail where you're much more likely to flick that left paddle and get it into trail mode, just so you use that sort of mid-power system with that progressive output. Don't forget, like all other e-bikes, at 25 kilometers an hour, this will stop assisting you. It's got to be said that every single different brand of motor has different sort of feel on the bike, the way it actually cuts in and out of power, and this system is very smooth about when it does give you that pedal assist and also when it cuts off.
This is the business end of the Shimano system. So you've got your controls, you've got your display, lets you know everything you need to know when you're on the trail. So you might notice it's the same display as you get on the Di2 system, and even cycling through the gears, you can see the display registering which gear you're in. Don't fret though, it is compatible with mechanical gears 10 and 11 speed, so you don't have to have the Di2 integration. The display itself has got colour coordinated eco, trail and boost settings, so you know what you're in for easy reference out on the trail. And the display itself has got all the sort of range of controls and display that you need. So it'll have odometer, range, trip distance, all that sort of stuff. So the whole system has 3 drive settings, but via the E-Tube app there's actually Dynamic, Explorer and a custom setting, which enables you to, via the app itself, control all of the parameters of the system how you want it to feel, much like the i2. So for example, in a trail setting you might want more assistance or less assistance, or you want the boost to have more of a feel compared to that. Fully customizable, and that's on the new firmware update that's about to drop.
It's definitely on the downhills where the E battery and the motor don't really make that much difference. It's got to be said, it does just feel like a good mountain bike. It's got 150 mil of travel. Actually feels like more than that, to be honest. And with the extra weight of the bike, it makes the suspension really active. I don't really notice any difference on Q factor. It feels like a good mountain bike with big tyres, big brakes, and really good downhill characteristics. Okay, so there's a focus on the Shimano Steps E8000 system. It's pretty crazy to see how far e-mountain bikes and their motors have come in the last couple of years, and just what that means to the performance of the bike overall. Click on the GMBN logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. To see another video featuring this system, click up there for a Scott E-Genius bike check, and down there for a video with Brendan Fairclough, e-mountain bike versus normal mountain bike. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video.